Hi, this is author-philosopher Ronald E. Springer from EthicsUnderground.com with a continuation of the reading of Moral Armor. This episode is the stark proximity of danger to our self-esteem. The worst danger might be right next to you. I'm tired of watching a whole society struggling to bloom while their killing code holds them from it. I'm sick of seeing those who endure and rise to great heights only to have their accomplishments physically and spiritually confiscated by irrational laws or a plotting spouse unable to fight back. I watch my own kind get pushed around and led like poodles by family, clergy, and the fools they've married, led to their own spiritual deaths, and to contempt for me, the absolute, the unremitting. There is a reason why people fight to preserve what harms them while sacrificing their highest values throughout life. Have you ever wondered what it is? Neurotic action is the offspring of missing, evaded, or corrupt moral standards. Most of us experience their effects the hard way. Listening to people twist morality in order to use us, to stop us, or to penalize us, only to realize later that we were conned, while suffering the desperate loneliness we feel while striving for and reaching pinnacles of our own. It will continue to happen, but it would be worse to live a whole life never having known the true intentions of those around us, never having identified and accepted, in full understanding, their psychological health as well as our own. Who has scheduled your spirit for execution? Who demands your acceptance, but not your understanding or agreement? Permitting the negation of awareness will bring irrationality to power, while your aspirations are left to wander down uncharted roads. Either you pick up and use the tools given you, or you become a tool of others. Of whom in particular? Of those who told you it was moral to drop your tools. Whether they host black tie benefits, pose alongside productive spouses, or inhabit slums, the fear-based use their perversions to claw their way on top of us, using their victims as life preservers. Sidestepping your consciousness allows them endless opportunities to hide their motivations. Clean motives have nothing to worry about. They enjoy an audience. Deadly motives loathe awareness, and in self-defense, therefore, demand it. My intention is to spawn a race of steady eyes, eyes that see, eyes that know what is being done. The greatest dangers to self-esteem can be right next to you, or even closer. The first and most crucial battle is to be fought in an unexpected place, within us. As we have been inundated with corruption from the beginning of our lives, the first wave of enemies is now internal. They are anti-epistemological, anti-awareness processes, harmful patterns we have been cycling without question. We have all been victims of this system of cannibal ethics. There has been no way to escape it. It has infected every thought, inverted every image and mental projection, and defined every self-hampering physical response. It has placed our living energy in the service of death, corrupted our rational long-term understandings, perverted our ultimate goals, and destroyed our capacity to enjoy truly wholesome moments. Even when we have identified and solved our own conscious errors, it has often not been deep enough to counter the subconscious drivers which promote an unstudied reactionary defense. We stomp out what we see, yet like a weed, its underground network of irrational connections regenerates it. The alternatives it offers all lead to the same brick walls: fear, malice, powerlessness, and subservience. It saps our will as cognitive hampering kills the capacity to look for answers. We come to fear the darkness they conjured within us, and to fear others. What spiritual path are you on at present? Ask yourself how the inversion has you drawn in. What makes you murderously angry? People smarter than you? People with greater courage, independence, and tenacity? People with greater integrity? People with more money? Or is it stupidity, pointless activities, lethargy, denial, the unwillingness of others to see, to learn, and to grow, and all the resulting consequences? Does what you hate in others reflect what you hate in yourself? If you hate another's ability, you have damned ability itself. On the other hand, if you hate another's incompetence and any incompetence you may yet have to overcome, that is a tribute to life. Can you achieve your own highest vision of yourself in the world of today? Do you believe it has a chance? Who has determined your view of man, those around you, an ideal potentiality, or the worst in your experience? What do you really wish for man? Are they benevolent thoughts or angry thoughts? Are you afraid of human beings? Be honest. I was afraid for a long time. I had inherited the fears of those who came before me, and though perceptive enough to understand that my fears had no foundation, I had no ammunition to challenge them with, only strength of resolve, but no aim for that strength. The pain was mine to bear, the problem was mine to decipher, and upon solving it, the benefits were mine to enjoy. We must come to recognize and eradicate the errors as they are encountered, or in other words, learn to get out of our own way in life. This is the journey now before you. Those seeking reform have to walk what appears at first to be a tightrope, but it gets wider and more stable once the elements are set into a psycho-epistemological routine. Don't worry, I'll provide it. Enjoyment becomes more constant as causal factors become clearer. The right actions become automatic and the outcomes become easy to see, given either fork in the road. It is important not to damn yourself along the way for identifying traits of character that are destructive. Being forthright is an opportunity for growth. This is the process of refinement, not a spotlight for shame. As they may bring detriment now, their resolution will bring a new strength. Your experience of life will become more intensely passionate, and true forgiveness, if necessary, will be deserved. From others and from yourself. The road of healing, of safety, of empowerment, and ultimately of intransigence is a different length for everyone. You must start from where you are. You must be honest about where you are in order to start. Hanging on to your illusions will only leave you further and further behind. Let go and you'll find firm ground just inches below. If you can understand that honesty is the greatest leap of faith in reason, that it will not toss you into an abyss, that it will not take your self-esteem, but will bring you more than you could ever imagine, then you will be free. You'll be well on your way to discover every answer you seek and every pleasure of living, and then your view of man will change. Next up in the reading of Moral Armor is Maintaining a High Spirit. This is author-philosopher Ronald E. Springer from EthicsUnderground.com. See you on Chapter 2, Part 5.